Good morning, family. Your cousin Vinny here. How you doing? Well, today I'm going to kick off a playlist called Freedom. Why freedom? Because it's so important to me. It deserves its own playlist. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it's right up there. If I didn't have air, water, food, shelter, um, that'd be difficult, of course. You don't live long without air. But I wouldn't want any of them if I wasn't free. But see, freedom, as defined by anyone you talk to, could be different. I may be moving around a little bit because there's fire ants here. That's one good thing about Alabama. You got to keep on the move or else the fire ants will get you. But anyhow, I hope you don't mind, peek behind the curtain. I'm going to use a little notepad so that I don't go wandering off in my conversations, which I've been known to do, and try to keep it focused and short and sweet so these videos aren't tedious. But freedom is such an important thing. I need to talk to you about it. Like I said, you could be enslaved and be free because, quite frankly, freedom isn't what we think it is, you know? Um, what is freedom? Yeah, I know, like I said, it could be defined by whoever you ask, but I can just talk to you about what it is to me, anyways, and how important it is. As a young man, I thought it was to do whatever the fuck you wanted anytime you wanted, and I lived that way from 14 to 31. I was a major league pagan, a hedonist extraordinaire, denied myself no pleasure, and I ran around for, for sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I had more than all my friends. Some of them may have been jealous or whatever, but I was a hole that couldn't be filled. And I ended up being enslaved by my passions, and I found no satisfaction. And then I met this gentle teacher who I didn't know. I heard of him, but I didn't know him because what I heard of him was what I saw in the world. His name was Jesus. At 31 years old, I actually encountered Jesus personally through his through the scriptures and through the Bible. And I says, boy, I wish these people that kept on talking to me about Jesus actually knew this guy, because quite frankly, he reflects nothing or very little of what calls itself Christianity, which I call churchianity. And that's another enslavement that can happen. But he is a gentle teacher, not a Gentile teacher. He's a Jew, actually, my favorite Jew. But he's a consummate gentleman. Ask, seek, knock. He's not going to bang down your door. And he demonstrates, I think he's the only fully actuated human being that's walked the planet. There's been many very great teachers that have, but I think he's the best example of what it means to be a fully actuated human being. And he demonstrated it by the way he walked. And people wrote about that. And so I guess that's part of the reason why I'm a voluntarist. Another word that most people don't even know. I actually just learned the word 3 years ago, probably. And it's simply, and I like words that just describe what the heck they are, because you can pour so many meanings into anarchist and libertarian and all these things. And there'll be a lot of that stuff and property rights and these things on this playlist, I'm sure, as we go. But quite frankly, a voluntarist is someone that thinks all relationships should be consensual, okay, and voluntary. And so I'm a consensual voluntarist. And I think Jesus is the perfect epitome of that, because he's not going to twist your arm or make you do anything, but he's going to demonstrate what it is to walk as a human being on this beautiful garden that we've been placed in. Now, for us to negotiate this is very difficult. We're set into these situations, whether we're born in the Middle East, we're born in America, everyone's got their own situation. And to find freedom amidst all that's going on is a very difficult thing to negotiate. There's no one size fits all rule, but there's some certain principles that we can use in order to do this. And quite frankly, I've mentioned in other videos, you got to be a scientist. You got to take, like for instance, there's the Holy Scriptures and the perennial truths of the church, but you have to experience it, or it's not your truth. If you don't experience it, it's not your truth. I'll say it one more time. If you don't experience it for yourself, it's not your truth. So you have to be a scientist. Everyone should be. You take these things that you learn, you apply them, and if they work, do more of them. And so as a general rule of thumb, that's how I'm figuring these things out. And so that's why I like to study broad, because I test this, I test that, and I find out what works, what doesn't work, and what similarities and what connections these things have. And hopefully, as we unfold what freedom is, you can find some in your own life. But I'll tell you, to begin with, it's the first thing that I realized was it's just a recognition of something that's true. You're sovereign, you're free. As a matter of fact, what's the word that I was using? You have autonomy and sovereignty. That's the two words. You're an autonomous being in this world, and you're sovereign, and you have freedom. It's recognizing it first, the best thing that you can do. And then trying to assert yourself in this world in a way that has a little courage and says, I'm not going to do this. Someone could tell you, you have to kill this person or I'm going to kill you. You still have the choice to say, nope, I'm going to have to go. That takes a lot of courage to stick by your belief that you think it's wrong to take the life of another person, even if it means your life. And I know I speak in hyperbolic examples. Jesus was so much better with his metaphors than me, for sure. But anyhow, I just wanted to break the ice on that, because I think that he came into the world. It's for freedom that Christ freed us. Sit with that one for a while, so he thought it was very important. And I was not free before I met him. And as always, till next time, peace, family. Oh yeah, I can always forget. If you do dig what I'm doing, like and subscribe. And check out Clean Healthy Foods. I definitely want you guys to eat right and have a store of food in your closets so that when you need it, it's there for you, because things aren't guaranteed. That's another place to find freedom. Food sovereignty is very big. And of course, I'm going to go with the algorithm because I don't know who's listening. But the algorithm will choose a video that you will like, because I don't know which one you'll like. But anyhow, the fire ants are eating me alive. So again, peace, family. I love you. Till next time.